So, the Troy Ave situation. Mm-hmm. When you first saw the video, what did you think?
When I first saw the video, my thoughts were, what the fuck happened? And the reason I say what the fuck happened is because I know Troy Ave. Mm-hmm. Troy's a pretty solid dude. Hovain, that's my man. You know what I mean? They cool. I fuck with them. I've always liked Troy Ave music. I never even really understood a lot of the hate that Troy Ave gets. You know, I know he's cocky. You know, I guess you could call him arrogant, but I would just say he's confident. You know what I'm saying? And like he gets a lot of heat, but I actually enjoy his music. And just I used to always tell people from New York that like, why y'all don't like Troy Ave? Like, and I'm not saying everybody dislikes him, but a lot of people didn't like him. But I fucked with his music. So when I saw that, I'm like, yo, something must have really happened, because I just don't think Troy Ave would just pull out a gun, start shooting randomly in a club. Like nothing about Troy Ave would ever make me think he would do something of that nature. Like, I mean, we just talked about Cat Williams. If Cat Williams did that, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Troy Ave, I'm like, nah, man. Troy moves a little too smart for that. What the fuck happened? So that's what I was thinking. What the fuck happened? I'm still asking myself what the fuck happened right now.
Right, because we don't really know.
We still don't know. The facts of the case aren't out. And that's another thing that bothers me. I see social media just telling all of these different stories and implicating, you know, so many different people. And I'm like, where the fuck y'all getting this from? Like, I just think that's very irresponsible in a way. Like, certain things you gotta let play out. Let the facts of the kid.
It's the internet, man.
It's the internet.
It's the internet.
Nobody cares about the truth and the lies more entertaining. You're right.
Nobody cares.
Nobody gives a shit. It's the internet. And then that's the problem. People think just because of the internet is factual. So when I saw the Daily News posting something that somebody retweeted, I was like, they're the ones that's supposed to have the journalistic integrity. Like,
right.
Right.
And in fact, the New York Daily News implicated Mano in the situation.
Early on, they did.
And said that, you know, there was an ongoing beef between Troy Ave and Mano. And the first thing I thought was, I've never heard that. I'm very close to this whole situation. Yeah. So I call up Mano and I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with it. It's like, well, it says you just got off stage. He's like, I didn't even perform.
Yeah. That's what they said. They said Mano. Think about that. When we first heard the story, they said Mano and Murder was on stage when it was going down. Murder in the video.
Right.
Like it just bugs me out, this internet era that we live in, man. Everybody claims to know so much, but y'all really don't know shit. I didn't like how they even said shooting happened at a T.I. concert. Like, that had nothing to do with nothing. You know what the shit said? Shooting at Irving Plaza.
Well, because but it was a T.I. concert.
That's fine, but Irving Plaza is the facility who let people in with guns. Somebody at Irving Plaza didn't do their fucking job. It ain't T.I. job to hire the security for Irving Plaza. Irving Plaza should have had metal detectors. Irving Plaza should have had security with wands there. Irving Plaza should have had people patting them down, especially at a T.I. concert.
Right.
If I'm looking at the bill and I see T.I., Mano, Uncle Murder, special guest Troy Ave, just common sense would say to me, you know what? Maybe we should have a little bit of extra security tonight. Not saying that those brothers would have done anything, but just because.
Right, because remember, T.I. had that whole shooting incident that happened some years back where his best friend got killed.
Yeah, Philon Johnson, God bless the dead.
Yeah. You got a guy named Uncle Murder. Like, I mean, so, you know, who has a history of that type of thing. We've interviewed him about it. This is not me telling on anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I've interviewed him about his past shootouts and stuff like that. The first shootout you got into, you were how old?
Probably was 14 to 15.
You get hit?
No, I didn't get hit. First shootout, I was just so excited to actually be in the shootout. Because, you know, as a kid, definitely growing up in my projects, I used to see a lot of shit through the window. And then everybody, like, you know, my other friends, we'd talk about it. The next day we come outside. Yo, you saw it? Sometimes people had a better view, whether your window's in the front or the back. So you got to see something. So you come out talking, yo, you saw son? Yo, he was chasing him down. He hit him. It was always something to talk about. Like, that was our excitement in the hood. Besides the Michael Jordans and the Bo Jackson, it was like you had football, basketball, shootouts. So, and then, you know, which one was more realistic for us and what we can do to get talked about? Basketball looked like it was kind of far. Football too. But hey, the shootout shit it's us all day, baby.
So, yeah, I mean, you do want extra security in this situation.
To me, all the blame. Well, I can't say all the blame because the blame falls on whoever left their house. This bugs me out too. Imagine sitting at home, you in your basketball shorts, wife beater, you watching the game, your kids running around. Somebody calls you, they like, "Yo, we're going to the T.I. concert at Irving Plaza." You like, "Word, you know what? I'm coming. I'm gonna get dressed, grab my gun. I'm gonna be there." If I gotta go anywhere where I need my motherfucking gun, I'm not going. So why would you leave the comfort of your house with a pistol to go out? You just don't need to be out.
You know, and I think about that because, you know, I have guns in my house. And I think about certain situations that I get invited to, and I think, maybe I should bring my gun to this situation. And then I think, well, then I shouldn't go.
You shouldn't go. Like, yo, kids watching, I promise you, life is just that simple. Life is really just that simple. There is no place I desperately need to be so much that I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna bring my gun.
Right.
As soon as your mind says, I might need to bring my gun,
Yeah.
don't go. If your mind says, I need to bring a few of my boys with me, don't go. Like, that's a place you don't need to be. If it's a place where it's potential conflict, a place where you may think you may get into a situation, simply don't go.
Right.
So first of all, the blame goes to whoever took the responsibility, to bring guns out of the house. Whoever did that, that's where the blame goes. Second, Irving Plaza. Because there's no way those guys should have got in that building with weapons.
Right, and I heard the girl who got shot is going to be suing, I guess, everybody.
I mean, I don't think she can sue T.I. in that situation. She can't sue.
Well, no, not T.I., but I heard she's suing NYPD. I guess she's going to
Yeah.
sue Live Nation, who I guess owns the Irving Plaza.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with her suing the promoters. I don't have a problem with her suing Irving Plaza.
Yeah.
Irving Plaza security failed everybody that night. They
Absolutely.
failed Banger, R.I.P. Banger. They failed Troy Ave. They failed everybody. They failed the girl who got shot in her leg.
Right.
They are all shot because Irving Plaza failed to do their job.
Yeah, and in fact, because I just interviewed Lord Jamar yesterday, and he was telling me about how
my man Scram Jones was DJing, and my brother be running with Scram Jones a lot. So Scrams had invited him to that show, but it had started early, so my brother didn't go. Now it turns out one of the guys that got shot in the chest was standing right next to Scrams.
really,
That could have been my brother.
and he was, I guess, the guy who got shot.
It came up through the floor or
through the
down,
floor.
either
Yeah,
way.
like
But
down,
he was not even on that level. He was not even around there when the shit happened. He was on a totally different floor and get shot in the chest.
Crazy.
That could have been my brother.
Senseless
Insane.
fucking violence, man. Senseless fucking violence that makes absolutely no sense, man. I'm so over that street shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about being gangster. I don't give a fuck about being street.
Well, you know, now what's happened because of that is a whole bunch of rap shows got canceled or postponed.
Yeah.
It was like Joey Badass, you know, which is kind of ironic because of the whole beef between Joey Badass and Troy Ave. Then the Joey Badass show gets canceled because of this, but Vince Staples, YG, I think a few other people. Like
It was Vic Mensa.
Vic Mensa,
Yeah, Vic Mensa, YG, Mac Miller.
Mac
They
Miller.
canceled a goddamn Mac Miller show. Who the fuck would be shooting at a Mac Miller show? So don't come to me with this black-white shit.
Right.
Mac Miller's white and Jewish. And they was like, nope.
Nope.
Motherfuckers gonna be having guns under their hammockers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy to me.
Well, you know, and I heard Steve Stout do an interview talking about this recently, and he was just talking about, like, what do you expect is going to happen, because the insurance companies are going to call and say, we don't want rappers here.
Yep.
You know, they're watching this video of rappers
Shooting at each
shooting in Manhattan.
Yes.
And they say, we don't want rappers here, not artists. We don't want quote unquote rappers here. And it hurts the art form in general when hip hop can't perform in New York City, the birthplace of hip hop.
It's crazy to me. It's like, you know, people keep talking about rap. That's the other thing. I saw Bill Bratton say that, you know, rap is a bunch of thugs who, you know, celebrate the gun culture, celebrate the drug culture, degrade women. I didn't like how he generalized the rap, because that's not fair to the OGs, like the Public Enemies, the KRS-Ones, those guys who've always been socially conscious, or the new wave, like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Vic Mensa, Chance, like all those guys that are really not on that shit. Like, what we don't realize right now, like, rap has shifted. The culture has shifted.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody on that gangster shit no more. And I thank God for those brothers. I thank God for J. Cole, Kendrick, Vic Mensa, Chance the Rapper, Wale, Big Sean. Yo, even Drake. Much slander as I've given Drake, I'd rather Drake be that guy who wants to sing and motherfucking, put lavender in his water. I'd rather him be rapping about that than some bullshit gangster shit. Because you know what fucked the game up? What fucked the game up was when you had real street rappers who came out and they started selling records. Because those real guys that were from the street were talking about their experiences, things that have really happened in their lives. And you've seen them grow and evolve, whether it's Jay Z, whether it's Nas, whether it's Noriega. Ice Cube. Like any of those guys, they really went in the street, they really were from the hood, but they grew and they evolved. But then you had like all of these CB4 motherfuckers, and any of you kids who've never seen CB4, Google it, because that's what Chris Rock was talking about in this movie. Mm-hmm. You got these guys who just from the suburbs somewhere like, yo, they selling records doing that gangster shit. Let's do that gangster shit. Y'all fucked the game up because y'all out here selling poison for profit. These other guys are just selling their reality and getting paid for it. It's a difference. It's a difference.
Yep.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
Then they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house. They girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.